So this is actually Seattle's latest iteration of a tax that's based either on some sort of headcount or payroll. It's scheduled to take effect in 2021 with the first tax returns due in the fourth quarter of 2021. The tax is going to apply to organizations that are operating in Seattle that have a payroll expense of greater than $7 million, and it relates to the employees that have annual compensation over $150,000. There's some different tiers and different rates that apply, but that's the basic framework of the tax, is to look at larger businesses and the larger salaries of employees. So it is a Seattle tax, and it is very local in nature. And the employees that are going to be subject to this tax, or the employee compensation subject to this tax, is going to be based on whether or not they're assigned to a company location that's in Seattle, or whether or not they perform the majority of their work time, 50% or more, in Seattle. If none of those factors apply, but they reside in Seattle, then that compensation could also be subject to tax. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of nuances on what salary does this apply to, where are the people located, which thresholds are being reached. And so really it's understanding where your people are located. That's the best way to either reduce the tax burden or make sure that you're only paying the correct amount. So whenever you're in a compliance and audit situation, data and information is key. So the preparation is to organize your data and make sure it's information that relates to the tax. So based on where are people performing the work function, and that clearly shows whether or not that's in Seattle or outside Seattle. Having some sort of software that can not only know where the employees are, but be able to get to the very detailed level that it would take to get at to be in Seattle versus on the other side of Puget Sound. You don't often see those nuances. So certainly having a software that can do that tracking, that reporting, and then organize things in a manner that you can actually not only pay your taxes correctly and pay just the right amount, but then also support that upon audit.